Back to school week on Live in the D is all about helping parents, teachers, and students prepare for what will be a historic start to the school year. With so many districts planning to start completely or somewhat virtually, students will be spending a lot of time looking at screens, and how well they see can have a huge impact on how well they learn. We are joined by Dr. Dana Haba with our sponsor, Excel Optometric Institute. That's not an easy word to say.
It's not.
So if a child passes a vision screening, does that mean their vision is necessarily good?
Vision screenings are good for determining whether or not your child has a sight problem, meaning whether or not they can see the board or they can see their print up close. But unfortunately, there are 16 visual skills that are important for learning in the classroom, and it doesn't test for all of those. So parents are often given the hope that their child's vision is good when actually the way that they are processing visual information is not good, and that can cause a learning disability. 80% of kids who are diagnosed with learning disabilities, ADD, ADHD, or dyslexia actually are known to have a learning-related vision problem. And those kids, actually of all children, 1 in 4 are diagnosed at some point, if seen by the appropriate doctors, as having a learning-related vision problem. So while they're good for helping us to screen out children who might need glasses, it misses children who actually have a vision-related learning problem.
All right, I'm going to ad-lib a question here out of left field. My daughter has taken to wearing these glasses that apparently block blue light that comes off an iPad screen. Should she only wear those when she's looking at a screen? Can they do damage to her eyes if she's wearing them around like fashion?
No, they're actually good. She can wear those full time. Those lenses are blocking the radiation that comes off from the computer screen that can heat up the retina and create diseases later in life, like earlier cataracts and macular degeneration.
All right, that's good news. She doesn't want to take them off.
Well, with all the screen time that kids are doing now, too, it's important that kids be wearing blue blockers, or not blue blockers, but be wearing the blue technology that blocks the wavelengths that are harmful to the eye.
Got it. Doctor, what symptoms might parents and maybe even teachers notice that indicate like a kid has a vision, issue that affects learning?
So these kids are going to really struggle in school usually. They might lose their place when they're reading. They might get too close to the print. They might cover an eye while they're trying to read. They might misalign columns of numbers, totally maybe miss some math problems on the page. And these kids, they just don't learn despite the teacher's excellent efforts and despite home help. These kids often will be failing in reading, spelling, and writing. Yeah.
How are these vision challenges treated?
Well, once we determine a diagnosis, we have to look at all the we have to look at the 16 visual skills that are required for them to learn in the classroom. And once we determine where those deficits are, we can develop a plan that might include glasses, similar to what your daughter is wearing, but they might also have some prescription in them to help ease the strain at the computer. But then we also can add eye exercises to their program. So it's usually a weekly program where they would come in for about an hour, work with a therapist, and then go home and practice those activities. So the eye exercises and the therapy that we do is very important for the brain to learn to overcome the bad habits that it's developed in its process of trying to learn.
Okay, how can a parent obtain help for their child?
Number one, I think that they need to make sure when they are seeking help that they see a behavioral optometrist. The traditional doctors out there and traditional educators, they just don't understand the role of vision and learning, and so they might get false information of whether or not their child has a vision-related learning problem. Most of those of us who specialize in it have our fellowship in vision therapy. Okay. Yeah, so they can also call our office, and they can also visit our website.
Where are you located?
We are located in Shelby Township, Michigan, and we will probably be opening an office real soon down in the Romulus area.
Okay, and you're handling appointments with social distancing?
Yes, we are. For those people who can't make it into the office, we will do a screening online in some way. It's face-to-face, usually through Zoom or through Skype. And then we can actually deliver some therapies to high-risk patients that way as well.
Real quick, where will we find you online?
At www.excelshelby.com.
Got it. Doctor, thank you so much for the time. Excellent advice.
Hey, thank you. It's great talking to you. Love your show.
All right, well, it's a pleasure to have you on it. To schedule your child's appointment and learn more all about Excel Neuro-Optometric Institute has to offer, visit their website, excelshelby.com. That's excelshelby.com. And you can show how much you appreciate the teacher in your life by nominating them for our big Live in the D Thank You Teachers Cash Giveaway. The teacher in your life has the chance to win 500 smackaronis. It's our way of saying thank you to all the teachers out there, and we appreciate you and all you're doing for the kids in our community. This is made possible by these fine sponsors. Nominate the teacher, by going to our Live in the D Facebook page or click on Detroit.com contest page. Contest rules are posted there as well. We will be revealing one winner each day next week, Tati.
That's right. We love the teachers.